My name is Jonathan McCarver, and I do parkour. I don't think I'm particularly good at it. I've done it for over 8 years, and I've been more and more dedicated to it over time. And I think a lot of people would question why I'm so dedicated to a thing that I've done for 8 years that I don't think I'm actually all that good at. I don't know why I do it, and I don't know why it resonates with me. I can't tell you why doing parkour seems like the right thing to do with my life, but it does. I don't flip, or when I do, it's not all that great. I don't jump from roof to roof. I can't Kong as far as most of the other people I train with. I can jump really high. I can run really hard. I've developed a lot of strength through very hard work over the last few years. But there are still many people much better than me. And there are still new people that show up and put me to shame on their first day. But parkour is not something that you do to be better than anybody. I'm 32 years old, which is not old at all. But it's old enough to say, I'm not going to start right now and become a top-level professional athlete. If I'm not on that path already, it's probably too late in my life to start it. But I can be an exceptionally useful person through the maintenance of my body and my physical abilities. And I can also have fun and play like a kid no matter how old I get. Parkour is about play first and foremost. It's a matter of, well, self-expression is the right term. Lots of people use that. And it's also about reinterpreting an environment. So, I'm dedicated to parkour because I'm dedicated to the art. And the art of what we do and of what I do is found in looking at an urban landscape or a wooded area, really any terrain of any interest, and saying, I can make something new happen here. I can approach this in a different way. I can make this environment work for me as one individual with no particular goal, but a passion for movement and joy and a desire to express the value of life, the preciousness of our variability of locomotion through demonstrating the ridiculous amount of variety that we're capable of exploring upon even a tiny space. I guess that's what I'm dedicated to. The fact that even if I can't throw the flip that tourists want to film with their cameras, and I can't clear the gap that would get me hired for a stunt job, I can look at a handicap entrance to a building and see an opportunity not to show off, not to take a risk, and not to prove myself to anyone, but to explore, to be creative and to have fun by figuring out what I can do with a few walls, with the feeling of brick, with the different textures of surfaces, and with the abilities that my body has. The fuel is that fun and that interest. And as the great villain in Enter the Dragon said, we forge our bodies in the fire of our will. When your will, your desire, your love and passion is to look around you and find creative ways to move through the spaces that people take for granted, then you find yourself honing your body to that task, adjusting your diet, making some effort to maintain a better sleep schedule. Not that I do very good at that. And improving. Not in a quest to be the best, and not even that cheesy thing that everybody says, it's not a quest to be the best you that you can be. Just to be, to keep feeling, to keep moving, and to push forward into a new area of creative expression. To have the option, when you're in a dead hang by one hand, to get on top of what you're hanging from, and not just pray that you can keep your grip. To know, not to wonder if, but to know for sure exactly how far you can jump, exactly how a surface is going to feel when you land on it, and what the types of shoes that you happen to be wearing in that moment are going to behave like when they hit that surface. That level of confidence in knowing your environment and being able to interact with it is a priceless jewel. And I don't have to be the best at anything to enjoy knowing how to use my body as well as possible. I like to move, and that's why I do parkour, because I just really like to move. My name is Jonathan McCarver. Our group is Memphis Parkour, and if you're ever in Memphis, hit us up. And if you're alive, go move, feel, and be. That's all I can ask.